Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sleeply Laboratories and our very special room that we call the Black Cabinet. Today is going to be a very special day in the lives of all of you. I'll make sure of that. Fear. Fear is one of the most dominant emotions of humankind because it protects us from physical and emotional dangers. And it's been pivotal throughout human civilization, especially in the ancient times, when men and women face life-threatening situations regularly. Today the stakes are lower, I agree. And besides, we've learned to hide our fears very well. But that doesn't mean that they don't exist, does it? If revealed, our fears can make us really vulnerable. However, if you have the guts to face your own fears, then you will unleash the key to real success. And I'm not even talking about obvious fears. Fear of darkness, insects, fears that you know about, but I'm talking about fears that even you don't think about. The kind of fears that lie the deepest in our mind, that lie in the deepest layers of our subconsciousness. And today, you're going to take a one-of-a-kind test. A test like this does not exist in the world. Here, at the Sleeply Laboratories, we have been holding a special experiment. Under the supervision of Dr. Sleeply, we have been tracking human dreams. Nightmares, to be more clearly. We now have the opportunity to track human nightmares and get fragments of them on video. Yours too, and yours. Today, you're going to look at the fragments of the most common nightmares that people have had, that we have documented. These are nightmares of people from different cultures, ages, religions. However, there are things that unite all of these nightmares in one, and that is that the nightmare that scares you the most will reveal the hidden, deepest fear that lies inside of you, the monster that is eating you up from the inside and doesn't let you leave this chaotic state of mind. I will be honest, only 5 to 7% of people who take it actually make it to the end. Some lose their minds. Some just can't take it. Some are too scared to face their fears when they realize that they're coming face to face to them. You have time still, and you can leave. Open the doors behind you and forget that you've ever been here. But you are brave enough. I know it. You are brave enough. And today, you will take this very special test made by the bestest psychologists and psychiatrists in the world. And that will reveal your inner, most hidden layers of subconsciousness and fears that even you didn't think about. But once revealed, you will just know that this was the one thing that was holding you back all your life. If you're ready, let's begin. Before the start of the video, I want to thank everyone for subscribing and liking my videos. And I want to especially thank all the people who support my channel on Patreon. Love you. And so, the test is starting. You will now watch fragments of nightmares. Choose the one that scares you the most. Nightmare number 1. Nightmare number 2. Nightmare number 3. Nightmare number 4. Now, honestly answer the questions that will follow. Question number 1. Imagine you're walking in a garden on a dark, rainy day, barefoot, and you suddenly notice that you just cracked a cricket under your bare feet. How does it make you feel? A. Guilty. B. Disgusted. C. Scared. D. Nothing. Question number 2. In a difficult situation, the most important thing is A. To keep smiling. B. Stay sober-minded. C. Keep the contacts of friends and family. Have the contacts of friends and family. D. Having a backup plan. Question number 3. Imagine you've organized a party. What is the worst thing that could go wrong? A. Realizing you've overdressed. B. No one is talking to you. C. Your partner flirting with someone else. D. In the midst of the fun, you ran out of food and drinks. Question number 4. You must say a speech at an important meeting. You will be A. Preparing day and night so that everything goes well. B. Trying to communicate more with your colleagues. C. Panicking at the thought that you'll get bright red, make mistakes and be criticized. D. Relying on the support of more experienced colleagues. Question number 5. To reach your goal, sometimes you need A. to conspire. B. Make concessions. C. Unite forces with others. D. Plan several steps ahead. Question number 6. You can't be blamed for being A. Narcissistic. B. Egocentric. C. Unfair or dishonest. D. Irrational. How do you react when you receive a compliment? A. You feel awkward and shy. B. You're touched. C. You don't trust that and doubt the sincerity of the person. D. You like it. Question number 8. What's the one thing you wish to have? A. Bravery. B. Feeling of being safe. C. Trust towards others. D. Independence. Question number 9. In your perfect world, there would be no A. Unfair treatment towards the poor. B. Lonely elderly people. C. Racism. D. People dying of hunger. Question number 10. In childhood, you wish your parents helped you be more A. Safe. B. Independent. C. Kind. D. Careless. Question number 11. Which situation you would find the hardest to handle? A. If you were to be naked in the middle of the street. B. If people stopped noticing you. C. If your partner cheated on you with your best friend. D. If someone broke into your house and robbed it. Question number 12. You don't agree with your boss. What will you do in that situation? A. Had you been more confident, you'd speak out. B. You won't create unnecessary strain by speaking out. C. You'll tell him about it tête-à-tête. D. Before stating your opinion, you'll think about the consequences. Question number 13. You got an anonymous present. What are your thoughts about it? A. This must be sort of a trick. B. You'll give it to your friend. C. This must be from someone who owes you or wants something from you. D. So nice to know that someone likes you. Now look at your answers and count. How many answers of A, B, C, or D do you have? And let's look at the results. If your answers mostly include A's, then the biggest fear of yours is the fear of humiliation and failure. Fear of failure can affect many aspects of your life, including school, work, friendships, and relationships. Some people are so afraid of not succeeding that they don't even try. Just remind yourself that you can't win if you don't play. Be more confident and do your best. An optimistic attitude and good work ethic can do wonders. And even if something doesn't work out, it's a learning opportunity that will better prepare you for the future. Failure is another step to success. Success shouldn't be viewed as the absence of failure, because it should be seen as the overcoming of it. Maybe you've had hurtful experiences in the past when people didn't treat you right, when they treated you wrong, so wrong. But the past is in the past. That's why it's called past. And you shouldn't be letting it. It's gone. It has left traces of emotions inside of you, but it's gone. It doesn't exist anymore. It only exists in your thoughts. Shake that off. Shake this fear off and move on through life with confidence, because you are wonderful. If your answers mostly included the letter B, the biggest fear that you have is rejection. To really feel alive, you need to be surrounded by people, and stay tuned. Your fear of being rejected sometimes makes you act a little too intrusive, and that can make some people avoid your company. Fear of rejection can also hold you back from so many things, and then you can become a loner, a true loner, and hide your wonderful talents and your wonderful personality from the world. Fear of rejection can take many forms, like not asking out someone you have a crush on, or not asking for a raise that you deserve. Worrying about hearing a no and being let down can stop you from even trying. But you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So push yourself to ask for the things you want in life. You can be your own biggest advocate. Negative aspects of this fear are chronic feeling of being unprotected, or sometimes being resentful, waiting for someone, some magical person to come and protect you, or some magical circumstances. But you are strong enough to protect yourself. If someone says no, reflect on why, and see if you can change your actions in the future to turn the no into a yes. Take charge of your happiness, and you'll find a new confidence you never knew was possible. Try to enjoy your moments of being in your own company. Let go of worries and be more forgiving. You are enough, and you have the many talents and the beautiful traits. Be aware of that. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. If your answers mostly included the letter C, your biggest fear is being betrayed. You fear that you will pay a high price if you put a foot wrong or show weakness. You dream of a perfect world where people are all kind-hearted, don't cheat or betray. Probably you've had negative experiences in life when your trust was taken advantage of. But you have to understand that your fears are also mostly based only on fantasy because of negative experiences that you've had in the past. But not all people are bad, and not all situations have to turn a negative turn. You have to become more forgiving and less demanding of yourself too. You're like a child that faces the unfairness of the outside world for the first time and feels so disappointed and frustrated about it. Your fear of being betrayed brings a feeling of complete emptiness and heaviness. You have to leave your negative memories behind. You have to shake off your fears because they don't let you make new friends and relationships. Make effort and trust someone that you really feel good with. Don't be afraid to make friends, because after all, it's better to be betrayed in a happy life rather than fear making relationships and live lonely because you are scared to be betrayed. If your answers mostly included the letter D, your biggest fear is being in need. The tale about the ant and the cricket best describes your attitude to life, where you, of course, are the ant. You're a very good and kind person, but you're constantly fearing instability. You're a very good and kind person, but you're constantly fearing instability and searching for safety from possible catastrophes. The burdens of the coming days scare you. You envy rich people who live life easily in these chaotic times and can surf life and do what they want without worrying about day-to-day financial struggles. To feel safe and secure, you need positive emotions and financial stability, and even abundance of it. To conquer your fear, try to be the cricket for a month. Live in the moment and spoil yourself a little. Don't be too complacent at work, for example, and learn to say no. Spend some of your savings on something that will make you genuinely happy. Shake off the worries and relax. That will help you calm down and bring true peace and happiness back into your life again. In the end, I want to thank all of my wonderful Patreons for supporting my channel. And I especially wanted to thank Andre, Nini, William,